is another it was really tempting to do two, like, between doing two game series that start with M and streaming on Monday, and also starting it in, well, this Monday. This week wasn't May yet on Monday, but it was really tempting to do something with that. But I think trying too hard to push a, like, pithy nickname for days of the week is not conducive to the kind of streaming environment I'm trying to build, even if it would be cute. Which is not to say I don't, like, commit to aesthetics or be a little try-hardy, but I don't want to get myself into, like, a jam that I don't feel able to get out of, you know? Anyway, it's Metroid Prime time. We're doing Metroid Prime. I played this one, and I didn't play the other two ever. And I haven't played this in a long time either. So it's gonna be... I think I want to move it around a little bit. Hold up. Inch you over a little bit. Or maybe, I did kind of like where it was. Let me move my me. Yeah, that's cozy. This is gonna be not the same, but not entirely different from, like, Spyro, where I'm somewhat knowledgeable of the first one. I mean, okay, we're setting aside the classic trilogy of Spyro, because I was all over that. I knew everything there was to know. But more like, you know, Into the Dragonfire Hero's Tale. Like, I know the game more or less, although I might not be on top of all the specifics. But once we get into the rest of the series, I'm in new territory. But anyway, let's go ahead and get in. Let's go ahead and get on into it. Unidentified distress beacon has been tracked to a derelict space vessel in orbit above Talon 4. Un moment. S'il vous plaît. What? What? That's not good. Why is it doing that? Hold on, give me a moment. I don't know precisely what I could have done wrong. Yep. Okay. Who's Samus? Yep, okay, yes. Derelict space vessel in orbit. We're back on track. Are we chilling? Are we beautiful? Are we golden? Mysterious tumbling object in the depths of space. Oh, we're in the meteor field. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit on my end. I don't know how it's coming through on stream. But hopefully it's fine. Samus's classic abilities. Oh, look at that crest. Yep. All kinds of classic Metroid themes. What? Oh, don't do this to me again. Ugh, hold on. Let me poke around, see if I can figure out what's going on. This is getting on my nerves. Hate to have this, a thing that did not seem to come up while I was poking around, getting set up, trying to make sure everything was working. It would have been really nice if it did, because I'm sure not sure what's going on. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Try again. It usually doesn't come up that, things go wrong. At a time like this. Okay, alright. Okay, well, I'll sit through this again. It doesn't seem like it'll let me skip through, which is real uncouth. And then we'll see if it, plays nice. It was a bummer to have technical difficulties on stream time, because it sure is a big old waste of time. Why Samus cool then? I know you all can't see it right now, but you saw it a minute ago. You know how cool it was. Okay. I think we're doing better right now. Okay. What is Z in this context? Ah, okay. Okay. Oh, you pisser. Okay, hold on. Oh. Okay, bad start. So let me try something. Okay. Give me a moment. Give me a minute. Okay, give me a moment. It's been several moments, but... Hey, alright. Ugh. Okay, alright. One more time. One more time and don't you worry. And for real now, and don't worry. And also, we're for real now. Maybe. If it doesn't work this time, I don't know what to do. I'll be honest with you. And I'm just gonna be honest. It's too bad I'm not even, like... I'm playing through Trilogy. And the main menu screen from Prime 1 normally is, like, really cool. And I'm disappointed to not have it. I don't remember if it's, if, like, a version of it shows up anywhere else in the game. But it's okay. I'll live. We'll make it work. And the worst part? I've developed a lingering, like, you know that little tingle when there's like a sneeze on the edge of your periphery? Something else is happening. This sounds worse. Hold on, let me turn that off for the stream for a moment. Okay, alright. I think we're go for realsies style. After everything. Okay, we're METROID gaming. We're primed up. Ugh, okay. So this is like, again, we're doing trilogy mode, so it's different from how I'm used to it. I wonder if I can do something about that. I don't like that. Okay. All right. I think we're locked in now. Next set of force field controls are offline. Scan the central pillar to activate them. Into the top zone? What does that mean? Oh. Oops. Go! Scan of objects appear as orange targets. Well, that one is red. Nope. Force field activation switches are now online. Ugh. Okay. Getting a little bit of lag now. And the cursor doesn't move quite as fast as I would really like it to, but... that's one of the risks of Wii Remote style sensitivity. poke around, I think some of this is... Deck Gamma, reactor core and propulsion. Current status, environment, normal. Deck Beta, biohazard research. Current status, environment, normal. Current status, DVD, normal. Deck Alpha, emergency evacuation area. Current status, environment, unstable. I don't know why I said status that time. Entrance to airlock. Oh, yeah. Check these guys out. Can't even scan them. I can scan that, though. Airlock repressurization successful. Yay. Entrance to Deck Alpha Access Hall. Some critters down below, and some fires getting started in this ship. Which, if you couldn't tell from the panel that said environment unstable and the, you know, the other stuff, the appearance of it flying through space and getting pelted with meteors. Place isn't exactly in its A game right now. There's a little something right there. And there's a big something right there, but it's not exactly a problem at the moment. There was actually a long period of my childhood. Or probably the one I shot from a distance. Oh, I can stand still, that's nice. That's got way better aim sensitivity. Leave. Come on, I see you. I see you swimming about. Tell me about yourself. Morphology. Space pirate. Status. Death caused by a severing of the spinal cord. Would not happen to me. Another space pirate. Was burnt to death. Severe flame damage to exoskeleton. I like that the space pirates are kind of bugs. Morphology unknown. High levels of radiation detected. This platform does not look like it can be activated from this room. Analysis shows incredibly large muscle structures surrounding the jaw area. Fluid sacs containing acid are also detected. A lot of chambers or something here. Escape pod entrance. Vessel has already been jettisoned, which is true for all of those. Space pirate, called death caused by acidic burns to body, chemical type unknown. Okay. Here's a critter to scan. That's a space pirate. Weak life signs detected. Imprints of large bite marks can be seen on the exoskeleton. That guy's gonna... Not exactly was gonna be a major problem, but sitting right where we needed to go and armed with weaponry. Oh, okay. So here's a cute detail. And I'll put this in Metroid terms. So we're probably gonna be doing a lot of... Oh, I need to play Metroid Dread again at some point. So the Metroid staple of, like, getting your suit upgrades to be more defensive in various ways. A really cute way that this game demonstrates that is with this little, on the left side, the exclamation point that shows you how at risk you are from a nearby source of, like, extreme temperature or radiation or things like that. Tail section possesses a mouth-like orifice, most likely used for birthing offspring. They're always putting claws on things like that. A bunch of escape pods launched. Down to Talon. Talon 4. Which, if you remember in the intro that we watched a good half hour ago, despite it being like 5 minutes of gameplay ago, is the planet that we're above. Biohazardous materials, Phazon, batch 0073A, destination Deck Beta. Something called Phazon. Deck Alpha Umbilical Hall. Use your charge beam to destroy the rubble. What next? Map facility. More skittering beasties. Can I morph ball yet? Yep. Oh! Game didn't like that I tried it, but... Step into the hologram to download the map. That can wait a moment, though. Talon 4 Ground Zero area secure. Crater radiation readings normal. Frigate exterior hull stable and fully functional. Oh, there's a ventilation tunnels, navigation room. Parasitic infestation has been detected in the ventilation systems of decks Gamma and Beta. Two parasite queen specimens have become volatile on deck Beta. All security personnel should report to the biotech research area. A research entry has been downloaded to your logbook. I am going to be doing a lot of this. I like scanning. I like getting lore and info. Not all the sections of the game are going to be this, like, laden with them. Although it is a necessary feature at some times, like we saw outside with the control panel for the force field. Walk into Map Station holograms to download a map of the area you're in. Just plug on in. Yay! So 1 to access the map. Press 1 again to resume play. I do kind of wish that, like, there was, did they call it, like, I mean, I guess, like, the whole point of the Wii was, like, they didn't want to, like, do Pro Controllers, or whatever the equivalent would have been called back then. Like, they had their thing. They wanted to make the motion controls work. But it would be kind of nice if there was, for certain games like this, more, like, obvious controller support. That said, it's not that hard to... Fool. You don't need to keep forgetting about that. Access to deck beta approved. Please step in the hologram. Platform active. Do hope the occasional lag spikes don't. Not spikes even. I hope the occasional like lag flickers and buffers don't persist the whole time. Warning! Use the morph ball to get through small areas. Wow! Ugh. Ew. That's not... Okay. Parasite egg in pupa stage. Its tough exoskeleton protects it from its mother's acidic embryonic fluid. Specimen cell B, status unknown. Rejection of phazon compound detected. Oh. That's a real-ass guy. Space pirate. Status severe internal damage detected. Well, maybe not the most real-ass guy there's ever been. Oops. He's a real freak. Morphology unknown, life signs detected. Creature appears to be in a state of stasis hibernation. Specimen cell A, status hibernation. Transference of phazon batch 0081.D complete. I don't know if that's another 0 or a D. Hello. What's that? This door has been sealed to prevent radiation leaks. Okay. Deck Beta Conduit Hall. Specimen Cell C. Status unknown. Rejection of phazon compound detected. Space pirate with 2 broken legs. Okay, I can also... So I can stand still, but I can... No, wait. Not just stand still. I can aim forward. That feels pretty good. I don't have a lot of experience with, like... You know, controlling first-person shooters via mouse. In a way that, you know, obviously is... generally preferred by people. So there is an extent to which I wonder if maybe, like, where the clunkiness of the Wii controller would actually be harder on people who are really experienced. Than doing, like, games designed to be controlled by mouse would be. Maybe I'm in, like, a, you know, I mean, obviously not exactly like top of my game either, but because it's still different than pointing with the control stick, but the fluid sacs in the mouth enlarge after mutation. This allows for increased production of corrosive bile. After mutation, the carapace of the larva becomes rigid. The carapace is quite resilient, able to resist the attacks of many predators. Combat mutation applications are complete. The primary legs of this creature possess galvanized tips, allowing it to penetrate any known alloy. Really, I don't know how useful like strafing really feels, considering the default control movement is a little bit strafe-like, but I bet it went crazy on the GameCube. The coils on this ventilation cap look unstable. Maybe. No way to know. Deck Beta Security Call. Fire missiles with that button, I don't know. That's possible right now. New creatures entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Auto defense turret. Use missiles to break out of casing. Okay. I a little bit think I need to. Hold on. Doing something real quick. Okay. We're good to move. And I got my missile back. Most of these doors and stuff aren't super useful scans, but biohazard containment. It's where they keep the next Resident Evil game. There's a feller. Or is it just another camera? It's just another camera. Don't worry. Face on infusion, stage 3. Mutation initiated. Larva status stable. New pirate data entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Lovely. Space pirate encrypted data decoded. Log 09.992.3. Zebus has fallen. All ground personnel are presumed dead, either killed by the hunter-cladded metal or in the subsequent destruction of the underground facilities. Our research frigates Orpheon, Syriacus, and Volparagom were in orbit at 0 hour and managed to retreat. Frigate Orpheon is now docked at Vortex Outpost. Orpheon's cargo appears to have a 100% survival rate. Metroids are healthy, but on restricted feeding schedules due to uncertain supply status. We are ready to begin research on the Metroids and other promising life forms. Security status remains at Code Blue. No signs of pursuit from the Hunter. So this is about Metroid. This is about Super Metroid. Pirate facilities within the planet Zebus, where they were researching Metroids, were attacked and destroyed as part of the plot and gameplay. Samus, in her mission both to combat the space pirates and to eradicate the Metroids, has followed the frigates named in that log. And this very game takes place on Frigate Orpheon, or at least this level. Didn't actually mean to do that. Okay. It's not completely edgy. But it works. Phase on Infusion Stage 2. Introducing mutagen into tank. Phase on batch 0732.C. Status complete. Infusion Stage 1. Parasite Larva Diagnostic. Mass 1.2, length 0.5. Cell structure stable. Perimeter defense turret malfunction. We're in, but I don't know how much. I don't know for sure if that's a place we're going to be able to get to. I would not be surprised, considering there's several things to see up there. Let me check these real quick. Mutagen Tank 4, phase on batch 3203.C. Look at this thing. Morphology unknown. This specimen has been horribly mutated. There are no life readings. Tank 3, phase on batch 1429.K. Some critters here. Parasite larva, harmless unless encountered in large numbers. That probably won't ever be a problem. Plasmite, native of Talon 4. Solitary holding 1, phase on level unknown. Status, xenotropic life form unstable. Use caution. He's banging around in there. Infusion Stage 4, Larva Diagnostic. Mass 14.5, length 40.3, cell structure failing. Specimen cell structure failing. Batch 0732.C does not match DNA. Terminating infusion sequence. Use the scan visor to gather data in this area. Boy, do I have good news for you. I wonder if that thing can ever break out. It is kind of stressing me out. Infusion Analysis 10.2. Specimens exhibit incredible strength and body mass increase when exposed to phase on batch 0732.C. Infusion Analysis 12.5. Phase on batch 0003.H increases the acid production in the saliva ducts of parasite larvae. I've just thought of something that I think I'd like to do real quick. Doesn't like that much. That's not what to do anyway. having some weird trouble with trying to figure something out. Okay. Yeah, that'll be fine for now. Okay, a whole lot of nothing going on. Anyway, we're good. Biohazard waste removal may begin in 3 hours. Phazon radiation readings must be reported to Det Commander before batch disposal. Well, elevator operational. Oh yeah, literally this just takes us up here. Hey bud. Severe internal damage. It's not. That guy doesn't look so good either. Brain hemorrhage detected. Aim will be hindered. Interesting. Oh, you sucker. This guy looks pretty normal. Space Pirate. Minimal injuries assessed. Use caution. Maximum firepower. Okay. That's kind of messing me up. I'm off my game. What's up with you? Acid burns have welded the joints of the exoskeleton. That sounds bad. I think he's fine. I do want to look through and try to scan some of this stuff. Again. Not again, but again. Zoomer. Plated parasite. Native of Talonford. Solitary holding 2. Phazon level toxic. Hermetic seal holder. War wasp. Getting a lot of cute little tidbits of critters that will appear later in the game here. Solitary holding 3. Phazon level normal. Hermetic seal holding. Phazon level toxic, but the same otherwise. Shriekbat. Shriekbat's a classic. Look at this guy. Don't even know anything about this guy. Technically not true. We'll learn a lot about all the guys in this game later on. Ice Shriekbat. Now, believe it or not, much like the humble Shriekbat, Solitary 5 empty. I don't care about getting the doors, I don't think. Oh, but there's stuff in here. This might be useful. This might be fun. And or sparse. Ventilation covers may become superheated if airflow is restricted. Unusual thermal readings should be reported to the deck engineer on duty. Obstruction detected in reactor ventilation system. Engineering crew report to freight lift corridor immediately. Security codes on auto defense turrets are changed every other lunar cycle. Using improper codes may result in turret activation. Cargo freight lift. Ow! Oh shit! I took 1 damage from that thing shooting at me, so I can't be too upset. What is there to learn in here? Is it just... oh. Death caused by severe lacerations to the abdomen. That's probably fine. Access to deck gamma approved. Now we're making progress. A new creature's entry. Parasite, interstellar vermin travel in swarms. Indigenous to Talon 4, a single parasite is harmless to larger life forms. However, they tend to travel in large groups, swarming over potential prey. Such swarms can be dangerous. Hello? Kill. Whoa! Well, doors tightly sealed does not appear to be receiving power, which isn't what I was trying to scan, but... no, hey. Give me the guy. Space pirate, minimal energies. Okay, yeah, just the same. Oh. Stop it. Blokes through the door. Which I believe we're going to want to open with this. So I can scan a couple things. This guy died from removal of internal organs. Like someone just took him out? There was no other process that would have been probably fatal even if the organs had been left in. This device does not seem to be functional. There must be something nearby that will turn it on. Door lock enabled. Please insert metallic sphere to open door. Well. It looks like a spherical shape would fit in here. You're not going to believe this. Oh, that one didn't die? Hey, man. The charge beam can be used to draw in pickups. Oh, yes. Nice. Awesome. That door goes to save station. Nice, nice, nice. Acid burns to the face. Death caused by severe lacerations. Looks like it has been partially eaten. Can't be true. Cranial trauma. Struggled to get through this door. We don't know why he died. Guess he just felt like it. Okay. Enable this. This one locked behind me. Yeah, okay, so I probably want to make sure I save before trying to open the door. Save bin game. So if it isn't clear, and energy fully replenished, nice. The fact that this is a space pirate frigate, the majority of the space pirates we've seen have been dead or dying. Should be indicative of the fact that something came through killing these guys before we showed up. And most of the info we've gotten hints at it being like the parasite babies. The little swarms of parasites that have come through, tearing them up. But you have to imagine there's a lot of dead guys for just some little bugs. You ever play Super Smash Bros. Brawl? Parasite Queen. Okay. I remember if this song, speaking of, made it into Smash Bros. Oh! You know, it chipped me a bit. Scan this enemy to find a weak spot. Oh, okay. You don't have to tell me twice. New creatures entry. Parasite Queen. Genetically enhanced by unknown means. A weak spot has been detected in its mouth. Use your auto-targeting to acquire this new target. Scans indicate the presence of a potent mutagen, origins unknown. Creature exhibits the ability to fire weapon-grade blasts of energy from its mouth, a trait not present in the standard parasite genome. It appears the pirates have begun a bioengineering program with considerable results. Nope, nope. I think you forget I have to aim with the mouse even if I'm locked on. Parasite Queen defeated. it doesn't look completely defeated, but nope, nope. Now I forget if we learned what exactly this room is.
Evacuate immediately.
But it feels like a pretty fair guess that it's probably the reactor on account of reactor cores going critical now. We have 7 minutes to get out. And so I think that's gonna mean looking for flavorful scan targets is gonna have to take a back seat. Once again, a Metroid classic. There's an imminent here. Oh, perimeter defense turret disabled, okay. I guess it was a turret that I didn't see. Hello? Oh. This creature is deceased. The creature's incubation period was prematurely terminated. Its shell has not yet fully hardened. Hold on, let me scan it. Small energy. Replenishes 10 units of energy. I'll scan that real quick. Containment field breached. Larva vital signs critical. Secure area and terminate specimen. There's pirates somewhere. They're on my radar. And I think they're right here. Oh gosh. Oh darn. Oh dear. I thought there was another guy over there somewhere, but maybe not. You need to make some quicker moves, because... Oh! Yeah. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I think I'm taking 0 damage from these things. They're just glooping me up. God, I am like... The visuals are actually really messy. I don't... So just keep going. Everyone in the world loves Samus. That's right. Oh shit. What? Huh? What? $1,000 people love Samus. That's 10,000. That's a lot of people to love Samus, but it's also not even how many there are. I'm starting to get worried I might not make it through here because of... I keep letting myself get a little too distracted by enemies and also turned around by enemies. Wow! Fortunately, the killing piston is no match for it. Also, good morning! Never apologize for being one of Samus' biggest fans. It's him. See, this is great because if you know anything about Metroid before playing this game, you're like, oh fuck, it's him. I know him. But if you don't know anything about Metroid before playing this game, you're still like, wow, cool guy. Okay. That's pretty easy. Sometimes they show you a space truck. Turret disabled. You probably shouldn't pick him up. Ow! Damn it. Samus, look out. Everybody loves the scan visor. Varia suit malfunction. Morph ball malfunction. Missile malfunction. Grapple beam malfunction. I should probably get into... They turned off my everything. Oh, it's just open. I was like, what now? Well, that's not the way to go. Room is depressurizing. Okay. Depressurization complete. Ugh. It's really funny that they let me start with the cool shoulders and then they're like, nope, that's too much power for a Samus to have. Pirate frigate escaped. Oh, there's just guys floating? I like the idea that... Hold on, tracking on enemy target has been lost. Ground-based recon required. Begin landing sequence. This is the trilogy for the Wii. I don't have a copy of it upstairs. Bad at house. I was gonna have to get the Wii version of 3 no matter what, on account of it's the only version of Prime 3 that they've made. And I did play Prime 1 on the GameCube before, so I was like, let's do the Wii version. Let's see what's the difference. Right off the bat, it looks like it ranks my like, skill on certain modes. Corrupting all the other games with Wiimotes. I might as well save. What else am I gonna do? Well, now we're in Rain World. Can't perform a particular sequence break to get the double jump early. Well, I could do it if I wanted to. Whoops. I know things they don't. But I'm more interested in showing the game as intended. Well, here we are on Town 4. much like Super Metroid and probably some others. They give us a little prologue with chaos and destruction. There's a morph ball slot back here. And there's another one here, but with entangling grasses. Well, I do need to be right back. But I'm gonna leave you all with the cool, the cool music for a couple of minutes. And my wife's here.
And her wife's here. Hello.
We reached the planet.
Ooh. I guess you're primed to explore it.
Wow. New research entry. Hunter-class gunship registered to Samus Aran. You can return to your ship to recharge energy, reload weapons, and save progress. I guess, I might as well poke around scan visor style and see if there's anything else cool to visor scan. Nope. Immediately forgets what button does it. Talon Fern, non-toxic variety of Sila talonensis, commonly found near water sources.
Can anybody in the chat hear the fan? I feel like
The camera's the microphone is surprisingly, well-tuned for things like that. This lichen seems to be giving off low levels of radiation. No matches found in Flora and Fauna databank.
Okay, bye. This has concluded your streaming wait time.
Doesn't pick up sufficient radiation to like trigger my suit's temperature detection. But, ugh, I am remembering one enemy that's like up there whenever we can get up there later. That's really annoying because it respawns like literally every time. Not all enemies do that, but basically every time you enter or leave its room. But it shouldn't be a problem for us until the end game. And at that point we have bigger problems than a slightly annoying enemy. I don't remember exactly what the correct way to go is right out the gate here. It's been quite a while since I played this, and obviously that door is very accessible. But up here is also pretty accessible. And there's enemies through there. Oh, it's these fuckers. Seedling, plant-based ground feeder. Dorsal spines can be ejected in self-defense. Tingleweed, plant life with basic sentience, retracts into ground if threatened. Tingleweeds are only dangerous to small organisms. They're covered in tiny barbs designed to trap potential meals. Tingleweeds lack the strength to do anything more than hinder larger life forms. Stop! Whatever. Oh, this is significant. Oh! Impact crater. So this is going to be an area where we have very little that we can do. This is technically a separate area from the main part of the world. Pirate data. Field team reports are in on an aged structure of alien design, built on the surface of Talon 4. Studies show this structure projects a containment field. This field bars access to a prime source of energy within a deep crater. Science team believes the field is powered by a number of strange Chozo artifacts. We have found some of these relics and studies on them have begun. As this field could hinder future energy production operations on Talon 4, we must dismantle it as soon as possible. If this means the destruction of the Chozo artifacts, it will be done. Hello, gamer. Okay, yeah. We are immediately locked off from going any further this way by a blast shield, which must be destroyed by explosive weaponry. And since we've lost access to our missiles, got no choice. So there's probably nothing else here. Well, whoops. I didn't think the water would be any deep whatsoever. Ew. Okay. Very cool for the time water visual effects are not something that the game wants to have to load right now. Are there burrowing freaks in here? Beetle. Burrowing insect with a resilient carapace, extremely aggressive. Massive mouth enables it to tunnel through solid rock at high speeds. Above ground, beetles can cover short distances rapidly. They attack anything that moves near their lair. The more I get in the swing of this, the better it feels. Boing. What the hell? Blast cap. Volatile chemicals within this weed's toxic fungal cap may explode if agitated. The poisonous flesh of the blast cap helps keep it from being eaten. It also detonates its fungal cap when it senses even slight contact. Tell me about Zoomer. Anchors itself to walls and other surfaces. Avoid contact with spikes. A basic nerve center located directly above the Zoomer's mandibles detects nutrients. Sharp spines protect it from casual predators, but the lack of a reinforced carapace makes the Zoomer vulnerable to any indirect attacks. They named this guy Zoomer. Probably another life form up there somewhere. Oh, it's nothing important. It's just another Zoomer. Gamer. Wall-crawling mollusk with retractable spikes. An evolutionary offshoot of the Zoomers. When threatened, it extends its lethal spikes and retracts its head deep into its armored carapace. So I don't think this guy's as easy to just shoot to death. At least not with my basic beam, but... kind of don't remember. Oh, it's who cares which way I'm supposed to go? That's not the Metroid spirit. What? What? These large branches have been forcibly intertwined, forming what looks to be a bridge structure. Stress fractures can be detected throughout the surface of this sandstone wall. Oh, that's another creature's. Sap sac. Chemical reaction within sac produces a violent explosion when agitated. Because of its irresistible odor and sweet nectar, the sap sac was nearly eaten out of existence. The evolution of an explosive chemical sac saved it. Now only brave or ingenious creatures dare to devour it. Wow. Anyway, how is everybody doing today? Blood flower. Able to eject toxic spores? Toxins are poisonous even to the blood flower itself. Sometimes it's a world of stress, but the wheels keep spinning. Slight game audio stutter. There might be. We've been having a couple of... At start of stream, there was like an issue with having the game on the optimal settings. So I had to tone them down a bit, and we've been having a little bit of, like, stutter every now and then. It hasn't been anything too horrible, or anything that hasn't resolved pretty quick so far, so hopefully it shan't be. Three mouth nodules protrude from the stalk beneath the flower, each with a rudimentary brain cluster and the ability to spew toxic fumes at anything within a 5-meter radius. The spores ejected from the stigma at the center of the flower are sufficient to kill this creature if they explode in its vicinity. Whoa. That's a serve. What an emote. Oh, that's another... Well, someday we'll have missiles again. Whoops. Whoa. Stop it. Okay, you're Beetle. And I thought you were. The stone surface this lichen grows on appears too smooth to be natural. There's no way to know where that is. They need an enemy zoomer and he doesn't even go that fast. Can you believe this? We'll poke around a little bit. I don't think there's anything else in this room. Access to Chozo Ruins West. It is also worth noting, I don't remember exactly how much attention they've gotten in games released before Metroid Prime. But the Chozo are a race that was pretty notably not only sentient but like technologically advanced in the history of the Metroid universe. But also very large pacifists and, in general, promoters of peace. And so, whether it's drawn attention to very much or not, the Chozo are literally cutes, first of all, and second of all, they're literally cutes. Abnormal seismic activity detected at Ruins Site. Hive Totem. That could be anything. So yeah, for one, whether it has a lot of attention drawn to it or not, in most of the games, ruins and other sites created by the Chozo play pretty central roles. They're the source of the iconic Super Metroid statues in the seated position with their hands out that you usually get like your upgrades and items from. And they also, a community of them were responsible for raising Samus when her parents were killed in a space pirate attack. In fact, I forget exactly why, Or I don't know for sure if I even know exactly why. But she actually has some amount of Chozo DNA. Oh, missile upgrade. Chozo Ruins. Speaking of. Suspicious at all? No, maybe not? Okay. Let's give a little look around with the scan visor to see if there is anything that stands out. Passageway to Shrine. This tree seems to be weakened due to cellular decomposition. Object out of scanning range. That's a lot of blokes. It's especially at times like this when I'm like spam shooting that the audio gets kind of crunchy. Large branches have been forcibly intertwined, forming a bridge. War Wasp Hive. Primary War Wasp dwelling, only vulnerable to heavy weaponry. War Wasps build their homes over existing crevices using whatever materials are close at hand. They carry building fragments back to the construction site with their forelegs and glue them into place with adhesives secreted from their abdomens. So this little cutie up here. This object rests at the top of a very smooth inclined slope. What in the world is this? Leaves appear to be unnaturally dried and withered. Okay, that's another thing that's barricaded off to me. There's not guys spawning here? Thought there would be guys spawning here. So there's a... Oh. Can I go and scan that one? This door can only be opened from the other side. Well, that's not what I was trying to scan. The ledge this object rests on cannot be reached from this room. Great. I can tell. These stones appear to have fallen from the walkway above. I don't necessarily want to go that way if I can't deal with the wasp hives, but... Let's go ahead and go this way. Scarab. Go, my scarab. Exploiting parasites that can embed their bodies in solid rock. They think nothing of sacrificing themselves for the safety of their swarm. When a hostile life form is sighted, they block its progress by embedding themselves in floors and walls. Embedded scarabs violently self-destruct when threatened. That's too bad. So many like fun enemy designs in this game, and also whatever the fuck this is.
Recording to logbook.
Ion. Immobile organisms entirely composed of ocular tissue. Capable of launching sustained enemy beams when active, the ion is sensitive to light and will close shut if a bright flash ignites nearby. Don't remember if these are enemies that can be properly defeated later on, or... Let me get a read on this. Chozo lore. Chozo script translated. Many long years have passed since we Chozo first took root in this land. The passage of time has always been a source of fascination to us. It is the belief of many Chozo sages that the truths of the universe hide within the tumbling currents of time's flow. Even as we search for answers there, however, we find illumination in other, unexpected places. We know not how the ability has come to us, but recently many Chozo have begun to sense things beyond the realm of ordinary perception. Strange sights and inexplicable sensations flood our minds, filling us with visions. We take this growing ability to be a sign of our burgeoning harmonization with the infinite. Perhaps, finally, the universe's secrets are becoming known to us. Unusually high concentrations of poison identified in tree leaves. Elevated toxicity levels found in tree bark. Scans indicate a poisoned water source within 4 meters of tree base. So it isn't, like, apparent yet. An ornate wall hanging with a highly refractive surface. It does not appear important. Okay. Yay. Structural weakness detected in sandstone block. Oh. There's a pretty noticeable major trend of poisons being highly present in this world. Tell me about yourself. War Wasp. Why do they call it War Wasp when you were in the wasp nest? Airborne insect equipped with a venomous stinger, capable of shearing steel. That sounds a little unnecessary. Rarely strays far from its hive unless it is pursuing an immediate threat. It attacks with no regard for its own survival, dive-bombing its enemy with stinger extended. Fast-working toxins from the stinger can incapacitate most small organisms. Yay. This object resides at the end of a high channel set into the wall. Structural integrity of metal is stable, no flaws detected. Oh, hold on. Got 2 doors. Oh, is this a save room? I would love to save my game. Anything useful to scan in here? I guess the save station itself, but... Oh no, that does give me a new research entry. Nothing I didn't already know, though. Spawn more wasps? Nope. Go, my scarab. What if I said it every time? Now here's the thing. What if I said it every time? somewhere? What are you doing all over there, you silly goose? Can't actually tell if there's still another one somewhere. There's still a dot on my radar, but can't say it seems to be a problem. Chose a sculpture crafted in honor of Talon's star. The only translatable symbol detected on this sculpture is the word Chozo. This petrified organic matter looks like a rock carved into the shape of an eye. Was it petrified organic matter, or is it a carved rock? There he was, the whole time. These guys aren't even tough. I don't even care. Missile door. Our danger meter is going up. There is a rock here that is brimstone with stress points present. Toxicity levels of this water are very high. Contact with contaminated liquid extremely hazardous. This small tunnel leads back behind the wall. Width of the opening is approximately 1 meter in diameter. That's the other thing. A concussive blast may shatter it. So as we collect more methods of attack, it'll be wise to keep track of the materials that parts of the world are made out of, because that determines what can destroy them. I believe sandstone will be destroyable with our missile. No, sandstone with the morph ball bombs once we regain those. And brimstone with our missiles. And there might be more, but I don't remember. Plasmite, small insect capable of storing and releasing thermal energy. Plasmites are attracted to sources of heat, thriving on the energy present there. They emit light when hunted, and will expel small bursts of thermal energy when threatened. So this is one thing, it's kind of cute, but also kind of annoying at times. There are some areas that are like entirely lit by having a couple of these little bugs around. The problem is if you run into them, not only do you take damage, but you destroy them. So if you lose too many of them, it can make the room harder to navigate in. Which is admittedly not unique to this game. Those are also in Super Metroid. I don't know if it's the same type of critter. Let's see if there's anything to scan in here before we... Elevated bridge looks worn but functional. Drainage possesses traces of high-level toxins. This item can only be reached using the elevated bridge. Mechanical device appears to be inactive. Life forms detected within hollows of machine. Wow. Ram War Wasp, airborne predator, circles its prey and then strikes. The War Wasps are the only species on Talon 4 to evolve a true hive mind. Nesting in damp, dark places, Ram War Wasps emerge in small groups when threatened and circle their enemy at high speeds, disorienting it. Striking from all sides as a single intelligence, they can fell huge organisms. Hive Mecha. Security unit programmed to work with predatory hive dwellers. A design flaw makes the shielding on Hive Mecha weak around their access ports. These units are second-generation combat drones able to interface with organic units at a higher level. They train, shelter, and work with hive-dwelling predators unarmed. Hive-dwelling predators. Unarmed, they rely on their hive beasts to handle any threats. Wow. Fuck your life. Ow. Not badly damaged, but... Ow, 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 ow. Warning. Oh, there's a lot of them. This is peak combat. Keep having a problem of tapping out of my... Ow! Ugh, didn't do a lot of damage there. Oh, I double tapped. Okay. No! Stop it! Come on, come on, come on. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Mildly frustrating battle. Ugh. Too many of them now. Like, I don't really think blindly firing at the horde is that useful, but it's also like, hey. I'd make it defeated just like that. To be honest, I thought I had more health. Tell me about you. Oh, fuck. I just kept holding forward. Missile launcher. We're back in business. Ever so slightly. Missile launcher acquired. Press A to switch back to beams. Additional data downloaded to inventory screen. Not concerned with it very much right now. And a little puzzle solve noise. Oh, and since we've been so good, another reward. Energy tank permanently increases our maximum energy. But here's the interesting thing about this room. We're still gonna have to come back because there's a tube. Hey. Should have blown up the other one before picking up the missile, but it didn't matter. Oh boy. They dropped rocks for me. Good chance there's nothing else worth scanning in here. Fuck your whole hive. I love that sound. And here's our map. Oh, gotta do a stretch on that. I'll probably drink some water while I'm at it. Ugh, the downside of playing this way instead of with a traditional controller is that without any armrests on my chair, I sit in a position that is much worse to linger in for long periods of time. Okay. So we've got map station. Now there's a lot of world that we can't currently access. We'll be able to approach it by a roundabout way, but anyway. I'm not really concerned with these guys, I'll be honest with you, though. Boink. Well, hello. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I just remembered something. Boink. Yes. Missile expansion. Increases my missiles by 5. Also, thank you for the hydrate. Stubs my toe on the toxic water. It does not replenish my lost missiles, but it does include up to, like, or it does include, like, the amount equivalent to the added capacity. So that's cool. I think this was the save station. Yep. Beautiful time to save. No, guys? I was hoping there would be some critters to spawn in. Oh, can I kill you with explosives? That doesn't look killed. No. Not fond of these guys. They feel like Silent Hill enemies. Which I guess is fitting. Oh, but these little guys can still drop hiccups.
Recorded to logbook.
Missile ammunition. Oh, it refills me by 3? Okay. I would have thought it would have been by 5. But that just shows what I know and what I don't. Minions. Anyway. Boink. 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 Let's see. I can navigate over there right now. Might be too high to jump, I think. They want me to. Look, well, now I'm down here. Grapple point, yep. Boom. Yeah, the music over here really is. Huh. Oh. I thought there was a breakable something around here, but I might have confused myself. Let me look at my map. What seems to be this way? Not necessarily a lot. Let me go this way. If I'd been empty, that would have been a crazy haul. What's going on over here? Oh. I think I might just know what's going on over here. I think I remember this room quite well. That's the morph ball. Okay. The Beatles. Ah! Yeah, whatever. Fuck these guys. Ugh. Big Beetle. I a little bit think that might be the enemy's name. Hey, Grow up.
Recruited to logbook.
Plated beetle. Well-armored, burrowing insect. Vulnerable only in the rear abdomen. Creature's thick cranial plating can repel frontal attacks. This gives it an advantage in combat, allowing it to make ramming attacks. Only surfacing when it detects vibrations above, it then maneuvers itself, so as to always face its rival, keeping its exposed abdomen protected. Oh, that. Oh. I got him. That got him real good. Plated beetle defeated.
Recorded to logbook.
Large energy replenishes 20. And I get my morph ball back. Sandstone. What do you have to say? Blue orbs can be simple light sources. Stonework in sample region has been refined to atypical smoothness. This could be anything else immediately. Well, oops. Time flies. Like an arrow. Magnetic rail system track detected. Appears to be active. Spider ball technology required to access track. Video will hit your follow age. Yeah. It is pretty remarkable to me too. It's not like it doesn't necessarily feel like that, but when I think about it, it's like, yeah, I have kind of been doing this, and you know, not the longest ever for sure, but some people have been doing this for like 10, 15 years, maybe? Maybe not 15. I don't know exactly how long. Twitch has even existed, but... Now here's something cute about the morph ball in this game. The reason we keep seeing half pipes is because they are half pipes. However, it requires a morph... never mind. It requires the boost ball, so I need to come back. And considering there's basically every morph ball upgrade that exists in this game is needed for me to clear this room, I probably just won't come back for a good long time. But that's fine. Yeah, it's funny actually thinking about like the numbers of like even discounting one-offs. Like there's been a few like there's been a couple of good game series I have streamed like every one of, or most of at least. And that is the kind of thing. Oh wow, the music is really getting a bit slow down here. Let me like, hold on. I have totem. I like to go that way and get what I can, I think. Bonk. Streams though, y'all are nice to hang out with. Oh. Do appreciate it. Just vibing. Love to have a noticeable vibesy vibe. Stubbed my toe on a scarab again. Dude, your pet scarab just bit me. Well, funny enough, you know what? I would need to come back here again at some point anyway. I believe. Almost like get the bombs or spring ball from this direction, but I don't think either of those is the case. I do really like that, it's kind of a Metroid classic, or at least, you know, again, like, like many of the most influential aspects of the Metroid series, like a Super Metroid thing, but areas that have, like, relatively sparse music until you, like, clear the first major, like, encounter or boss or whatever. Hold on, what is that? Don't know. Yeah, well, this place is something significant, huh? Access to Magmore Caverns North. Well, I can already tell you we don't want to go there yet. If you, can't tell from the name, it is going to be a noticeably hot area. And we are not currently equipped for high temperatures. Now, I don't remember if this is one of the games where you are required to go a short space through the high temperature area before properly having a way to deal with it. This room is setting off alarm bells in my head.
Recorded to logbook.
Yow. The future is a vague thing, ever-changing and always in doubt. Even if we Chozo could gain the ability to foresee the future, it would be a hollow gift, for we could never hope to control what has yet to occur. Ooh. The fountain is an example of this. The day may come when its water dries up and there is nothing we can do to stop such a tragedy. But we do know this. Unlike the uncertain flow of water, the power of our will is strong and enduring. The well of the Chozo will never run dry. Metal gates block entry to the center of the room. You don't say. Appears to be the second of 3 locking mechanisms that seal the gate. The lock is active, but its key slot is sealed by a weak metal grating. The third of 3 locking mechanisms, the lock is active and the key slot is open. This one is also blocked by a weak metal grating, looks like. Okay. So this is just a thing that I can't do yet. Anything of interest in here? Or does it just look cool for fun, I guess? And here's our ledge side with the energy tank. Okay. It's a lot stretching out that way. So the thing, this place is called the Vault on the map. So maybe the idea is that there was something in here once and there isn't now. Perhaps. So to squeak. Come on. And if we head this way. Uh-huh. Well, I'm not gonna deal with wasps in a room I clearly can't do anything else in. So goodbye. This is a thing I can scan at all. Doesn't look like it. Nope. I don't think there's anything else in here of mute. Oh yeah. Hitting the missile in between those guys and they just pop and scatter is kind of ridiculous. Oh, the slowdown out here is pretty ridiculous. Oh. Oh, right in the sun glare. Another tube with these guys. Scarab hole. Infinite energy supply. Oh, I guess I'm glad I went that other way. Well, yeah. tried to go this way as soon as I got the missiles instead of the other direction, I would have immediately had to turn around. Yeah. Oy. Ugh. Lag Spike Central, in exactly the place I was talking about, where if you platform too carelessly, you'll stub your toe on enemies that also make the room darker, and thus less fun to try to platform through. Especially with the risk of stepping into toxic liquids. Fountain choked by overgrowth. Toxin levels are high. Another Chozo lore. The surges of negative energy brought by the meteor far exceed our expectation. We Chozo have yet to find a way to rid ourselves of the great poison. All we can do now is seal it away and wait for the day when a power to purify the poison appears. However, it is already impossible to collect all the pieces of the great poison, as it has already spread, seeping into the planet and hardening. Once again, some unknown great poison. I think a little bit that this is a beam. This is a. You know what? I think let's go through. Let's step on in here. Intense heat readings. So yeah, just stepping in this room, we will start to do damage. Take damage from heat. And it wouldn't be a thing worth doing anyway because of the grapple points, which we do not have a way to access. Instead, we'll go over this way. Oh.
Recording to logbook.
Shriekbat. Territorial ceiling dweller. Body temperature peaks at 121 degrees centigrade. Shriekbats have high internal temperature, making them easy to spot with thermal imaging. They roost on cave ceilings while hunting for small prey. Fiercely territorial, they dive bomb anything that wanders near. Oh, and here's an interesting room.
Recording to logbook.
Reaper Vine. Powerful rock-dwelling tentacle. A single eye upon the Reaper Vine keeps a constant vigil, but its vision is limited to 10 meters. A scythe-like appendage on its tip is honed to lethal sharpness. The Reaper Vine will swing this blade wildly at anything that enters its zone of perception. Am I in range to scan this? Runic symbol here. Well, I don't know what that means right now. Well, I can't scan those guys right now. It would seem. It's not a different...
Recorded to logbook.
Oh, a 5-round ammunition. Yeah, it does. Ruined war wasp hive. War wasps are resourceful insects. The destruction of a hive will not deter the survivors from rebuilding a new home. Surviving war wasps will defend new sites with their lives until the hive is complete. And there's also... this runic symbol has been activated. 4 runic symbols in this room must be activated. Interesting. Okay. And what can I do about that? There was one over here. Activated. That's 2. Don't actually remember if that's a thing I want to be doing right now or if it's a thing that won't matter until later, but certainly no harm. I can't go any further up this way. So what does that mean for me? Stretch in just a moment. That's a proper hive. That's a proper hive right there. Bomb bag. Ugh. Thank you for the self-care beam. I really do love the music in this game, yeah. It's got like... there's good music in like the other Metroid titles, and some of this has a lot in common with that, but in various ways some of this game's music has its own vibe in ways that are like very cool. Bum, bum. Ugh. They're steaming me like a clam. Oh, just out of reach. Okay, I'll take a lid off. Okay. Behind me is just a door. Just a room, I should say. Probably another save room, if I had to guess. There's a little one-way path in front of me. Also a higher-up door, but that's not exactly a priority at the moment. Yep. I love save room. Luminescent cylinders functioning at 80%. Yeah, it looks a little bit like I can't get over there yet. They love to make things you can shoot until they explode in this game. That which fouls the waters seeks the sun. Toxicity levels critical. Contact with contaminated water extremely hazardous. Don't I know it? Truth awaits you in a sacred hall. The great poison comes from Talon's core. Okay. Incoming scan data. Increased war wasp activity detected. Strong hive presence within this region. Burn Dome. What a name for a place. You fucker. You sicko. But I got my missile restock, so that's all I really need. Well, this looks like a something. Runic symbol has been activated. There are 4 in this room as well. I'm pretty sure this is a different room to the... I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't be a different room. Roots originate over walls. No decomposition detected. Host plant appears to thrive on toxic water. Trace sediments indicate water once flowed here. That's the roots again, it looks like. It's all the way up there. Not even worried about it. That's a 2. Let's look around. There were some amount of these rooms with the runes being, like, a bit tricky to find all of. Don't completely recall how true that is for this one in particular. Ugh. Well, it'd probably help if I went into my visor. Oh, is that one? Thank you. Yay! That just means one of them somewhere. Wonder. Oh, it's right the hell here. It's really funny. Bum, 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 bum. The gate has been unlocked. Wrong button again. Charge beam!
Recorded to logbook.
And some more Chosolore. Disaster struck suddenly. We had a vague, dark foreboding and it became truth. A meteor appeared from nowhere, casting a dark shadow of debris over the land with the violence of its impact. Its destructive force spent. The fallen star burned itself out rapidly, and the incident should have faded into memory. But the meteor brought with it corruption. A great poison burst forth into the land, a strange energy that clawed at natural life with a ferocity. That strange negative energy emitted from the meteor expanded to encompass Talon 4 in the night. In a night. As a spider weaves a web. It is also, like... It's kind of a cute explanation for how, like... Samus can lose her abilities at the start of the game and then pick them up scattered about in places they have no business being, that she's never visited before, to have, like, lost them in any way. Okay, yeah, the charger beam kills him. Unidentifiable obstruction. Interesting. Samus was raised by Chozo, taught to use all of their weaponry. And so it isn't as if, like, she has super unique personal powers and weapons, like... It's that the ones she most commonly keeps on her person, in her, like, usage, just are pretty standard Chozo tools and weapons, and as such can be found in all manner of Eesh. Chozo ruins for her to, like, pick up and use when her formerly owned pieces of the same equipment. Oh, I see the way up there now. Have become broken. Did forget to do a halfway bump for the stream. Which is okay, I don't feel as if it's necessarily strictly necessary to do it. Necessarily necessary. Not something I feel like is, like, integral to the streaming experience, is to make sure I, like, do that enough. Shelf of them up a here a ways. And that looked a little bit like all of them. Something listed as an enemy. Is there one at the end? Hard to tell. There was one there. The path of corruption leads ever higher. We are right up on the time I would normally stop, but since we had a rocky start to stream and didn't actually get into the game proper for a little while, I'm gonna go a little over time. Behave. Be kind. Be kind to rewind. Well, that looks like a morph ball hole, but it also looks like maybe a room a little bit too high with yucky water to be somewhere I'm willing to go right now. What is this? A series of power cords leading from this slot to the inactive machine in this room. Maybe the master switch for the machine. Okay, yeah. Which I do think that's some kind of pump system. Hey, man.
Recorded to logbook.
Creature's entry. Stone Toad. Preys on creatures smaller than itself. Vulnerable only from within. It's able to remain still for days. It preys upon creatures smaller than itself, inhaling them whole. Anything it finds undigestible, it regurgitates. They use their tusks as a last resort in combat. Gonna go sleep. Take care. Well, thanks for hanging around. Hope you rest well. This guy's awesome. I didn't actually think we would get straight to the door, but, I guess we're in it now. Mechanoid incinerator drone. Programmed for high-temperature waste disposal. Device schematics indicate a high risk of malfunction when internal power core is damaged. Unit has minimal combat programming, but can defend itself if necessary. This drone's intense heat blasts compensate for its lack of battle prowess. I want to scan you! Nicer to me. This sucks. I'm barely even taking damage, but... Barbed War Wasp. Airborne insect with the ability to launch its stinger at prey. A highly aggressive member of the War Wasp family, this insect can propel the tip of its stinger up to 20 meters. The stinger tips will grow seconds after launch and contain an acidic compound designed to pre-digest prey. Good lord. little harder than ideal to track these wasps. Also just a little harder than I'd like to... Oh, okay, never mind. All complaints called off. I beat the boss. Morph Ball Bomb. My killing power grows. Now, of course, the fact that these are conveniently laid out in exactly the order I need to get them in, and that I don't, like, naturally get the bombs well before I ever, like, have a hope of reaching the morph ball is not an actual problem, because it's video games and can this break boxes? Yeah. Nice. Look around. Nothing of note. Cool. Alright, we're in a pretty good spot now. And there's the classic use the bombs to get yourself up. There we go. Also, this toad that was out here explodes to pieces if we go at it morph bomb style. The other thing... Whoa, 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 whoa. If we walk into something, we can bomb it. I think this is slightly time sensitive. Oh shit. Kind of a pain to do all this. But I think maybe completing it locks it in, because the timer doesn't seem to be going anymore. Let's get the map. This is just an unknown door over here. Hmm. Energy tank acquired. There's some enemies freaking out in whatever the rest of this room is. Furnace. I don't think there's quite anything else I can do. Without coming back with the other power-ups necessary for that room, but... Hello! It's only a matter of time. I guess this little side path is just nothing. It's an easy way up and down. Smart. Anyway, it's been a fun time today. We made some good little progress. That's not the button I meant to push. Well, that'll be us wrapping up for the day. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I don't think I feel like trying to set up a raid. No one I immediately know seems to be live. We are settling into another little group for a while. We're doing Metal Gear Mondays, Metroid Fridays. Oh, perfect time for a sit up and stretch because I was kind of doing one anyway. That's a great reason to really lean into it. Make sure I'm keeping my muscles took care of. Thank you very much. There's nothing big to talk about. I'm excited to continue both of these series. I need to get better about, like, plugging my main, like, currently main social media, Tumblr. If anyone else uses Tumblr and does not already follow me, you can get, at the very least, day of stream updates. I ought to probably, like, discuss it a little bit more, but, same username, of course. No other media really at this point, but no worries. Maybe eventually. Shouldn't be anything else to worry about, so I am gonna let you all go. Hope that you all have a good rest of the day. Bye bye.